Oi, gente, tudo bem? Tô passando aqui para avisar que as worksheets dos primeiros 50 episódios do podcast já estão disponíveis no site. Bom, tem tudo sobre gramática, vocabulário, Foster analisando meus erros e deixando algumas observações engraçadas, sabem? Além disso, tudo sobre pronúncia, tudo sobre sons e exercícios. Se você ainda não sabe disso, vai no nosso site inglesnoicru.com e adquira agora.
Oi, fala aí pessoal, bom dia. Você está escutando o Inglês no Rádio. I am your host, Foster Hodge. This is your daily dose of English.
Hey, happy Friday, guys.
Happy Friday!
What's up, Alexia? How are you?
I'm just fine. What about you?
I am doing great. Thank you. It's the freaking weekend, baby. Gonna have me some fun. So, Alexia, today we are talking about Paris, right?
Yes, not exactly Paris.
No, we're not talking about Paris. We are talking about Asheville, North Carolina, which is a city very close to the tiny little town that we are now.
Yeah, about 20 minutes far away, right?
Yeah. So recently we read an article that said Asheville is the Paris of the U.S.
Of the South.
Okay, Paris of the South. Whatever. Anyway, it's not Paris.
No,
That's for
but I
sure.
understand why they
Yeah.
say this.
Yeah. So for me, it doesn't matter. It's hard to compare any city with Paris.
I've never been to Paris.
I'm But the City of Lights. Salut, bonjour. I've never been to Paris. But it doesn't matter. Asheville is still an amazing city. So Friday, fun day. Let's talk about a fun city. Okay?
Yes.
So where do you want to start?
We can start about general information.
Okay. All right. Some general information about Asheville. It's a city in the mountains. I would say it's a city, but it's not a big city. And it is in western North Carolina. So North Carolina on top of South Carolina, where I was born. The Carolinas, as they are known. And it's in the southeast of the U.S.
Yes.
So if you're very confused, just think like Miami and then up. Right?
And I think it's my second time here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And what I love about Asheville is, in general, the South and especially the Southeast of the U.S., super conservative. Older people, more problems with racism, education, that
Not
kind of
only
stuff.
older people, everyone is conservative.
Yeah, very conservative. But then you have Asheville, which is like this small liberal paradise in the mountains. Everyone's more or less a hippie. It's like free spirited.
Every store and every restaurant, they have that sign that says that here you choose your bathroom. We are gender
Neutral.
Yes, gender neutral. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Alexia and I went to Asheville on Sunday, and just in the main square, like the main plaza, there was a vegan festival, and we were thinking, Asheville hippies. But it was amazing. It was so cool, and everyone's so nice.
Yeah.
So if you...
We are not vegans. We are trying to have uma reeducação alimentar.
Yeah, and different episode.
But it was pretty cool to see all the small stands, everything that they were trying to sell. And Asheville is a very, very food city, right? And
Yeah.
beer city.
It's a food and beer city, and also, just very quick, a very friendly city. So Asheville was also voted, I can't remember by who, but the friendliest city in America. So if you're thinking about, like, I want to go to New York, but I'm not going to make friends, maybe you should consider Asheville.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool because the Brazilian community there, they are very united, and we just got an invitation to go to a barbecue
For the
on
World Cup.
Sunday. Yeah, for the World Cup, but unfortunately won't be able to go. But everyone helps everyone there.
Yeah, very friendly people. Okay, like you were saying, Asheville is a food city. So a lot of times in English, we have this word foodie, which is kind of a stupid word, but it means someone that's really into food. A little bit pretentious because everyone likes food, right? Everyone eats food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know if everyone appreciates food.
Yeah. So Asheville is definitely a city that is
Appreciates food.
based around food. It is a center part of the culture.
And they give a lot of attention to the local producers as well.
Exactly. So most cities in America, when you travel there, you're gonna see the same shit. Like Olive Garden, Outback, Red Lobster,
Shake Shack, qual é o nome daquilo?
Shake Shack.
É.
You know, those are things that for the most part you can get in Brazil or any city in the US. But Asheville is a small city and has more than 100 local restaurants. And these are like super, super high quality restaurants.
And it's pretty cool because when you walk around the city, you can see Jamaicans, Ethiopians, French, Italians,
Yeah.
Spanish, all kinds of restaurants. And most of them, they are people from these countries that are the owners or the managers or the waiters.
Yeah, people that immigrated to Asheville. And I think I remember we had an Uber driver one time that said there's like, I don't know, in the city of Asheville, there's like 120 restaurants and more than 100 are local. So Asheville is very serious about, we don't want the big restaurants. We want our people to create our local food.
How's that kind of slogan? Like, na be local, buy local.
There's the slogan, think global, act local. Or maybe it's the opposite. Think local, act local. No. Think global, act local.
Yeah.
So if we want to have a happy and sustainable world, then we need local producers. You know, we can't keep killing like millions of chickens. We have to do things the way Asheville is doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about the beers? You can talk about it.
Ooh, meu Deus. Friday. Asheville is very, very much a beer city. So if you like beer, come join me. Alexia doesn't drink much beer, so I need a partner. So I think there are more than 60 breweries in Asheville. A brewery is a place that makes beer. Can you say that word?
Brewery.
Yeah, that's a hard word for a lot of people because a lot of brewery. So I just say brewery. Perfect. So a lot of beers, and these are like local craft beers. Do you understand when I say craft beers?
Yes, artesanal.
Yeah, so artisanal beers, really, really good stuff.
When you ask inside of a brewery or any restaurant, what do you have on tap?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means, what do you have? So a beer on tap, we also call it draft beer. That means like chopp. So it's in a glass. They pour it from the tap, which is
Torneira.
É, mas
Chopeira.
fala torneira também. Não é tipo barril.
Ai, amor. Agora em relação à cerveja, eu sinceramente não
tá.
sei, mas...
So it's not a bottle or a can of beer. It's something you get in a glass and they pour it fresh, right?
Yeah.
They give it to you fresh. Cool. So if you love food, if you love beer, Asheville, great place.
And if you love nature.
If you love nature, we love nature. Asheville is in the middle of the mountains, of the Blue Ridge Mountains. So you have everything, right?
Yes. It's amazing. We have only been there once, at least me. And the view was incredible.
Yeah. So technically Asheville is in a mountain range called the Blue Ridge Mountains.
That it starts in Georgia and it goes to Virginia.
Yeah, something like that. And an interesting fact, when I say mountains, that is what we call a stop T. So I'm not saying mountains. I'm saying mountains.
Mountains.
Almost.
Mountains.
If you want to learn more about the 3 T's of English, go to inglesnu.com and look at Sound School. But yeah, amazing nature. They have lakes, waterfalls, rivers. They even have hot springs. Do you know what hot springs are?
That kind of banheira natural quente.
É, eu acho que fala tipo banheira termal, maybe.
Vem do vulcão?
Não. Mas vem da terra. And
there are a lot of elks.
They even have elk. I think we don't say elks. I think we just say elk in the plural as well.
It's not possible.
It's possible. Yeah. So, do you know what an elk is?
I do know.
What is it?
Alce.
Yeah. So, it's crazy.
So, elk is alce. Deer is veado, right?
Yeah. So,
Bambi.
an elk is a very big deer. Totally different animals, but you can think of it like a very big deer. So if you are into nature, if you like being outside, if you are tired of the big city, I recommend don't go to San Francisco, don't go to New York, go to Asheville. I don't know why I'm trying to be a tourist agent for Asheville.
You would love to go to San Francisco as well.
Yeah, but I don't have that kind of money. Asheville's pretty cheap. So what else does Asheville have?
Music and art, a lot of it.
Yeah.
Every Friday, they have the drum presentation.
We call it a drum circle.
Yes, the drum circle. And it's pretty cool because there are a lot of people playing drums, all the kind of different drums.
Yeah.
And people are dancing in that plaza and having fun.
Super, super hippie.
Yes.
Hippie AF.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
As fuck.
Hey, I'm a language.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, so almost all of my friends that live in Asheville, almost every person that I meet in Asheville, they love music or they play music. Music is a big deal here. And so is art.
Yes. In every corner, you can see people playing music.
Yeah. Do you know how we call that when people are playing on the streets? We call that busking.
Busking.
Yeah. So when you're busking, you're playing on the streets for money. The noun, the person, would be a busker.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you want to learn more about music and some of the cool places you can see music, you can check out, I think, episode 89, Como falar sobre show em inglês. Isso?
Eu não lembro o nome, mas é o episódio 89.
A gente fala sobre nossa experiência num show aqui no Asheville.
Sim.
Super legal.
E Asheville, I don't know, maybe only downtown, very walkable.
It is very walkable, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Anything more? A lot of art, a lot of galleries, if you're into art.
Yes, and if you are into shopping.
Which one of us is into shopping?
Both. Don't you start with that. Depends. You love it as well.
Depends on the shopping.
Well, there are a lot of cool stores that you could go in. All the hippie stores that are super nice to have fun and find very, very cool stuff. And, of course, the normal ones like Urban Outfitter.
Yeah, tons of thrift shops like Brechó.
Yes, and very, very expensive ones as well. Like, como é que é? Desirable. I can remember. It's a French store.
Yeah. Anyway, so Asheville has a lot to offer. It's an amazing city, and you can find all of our recommendations of the best places to go on our blog. Alexia just wrote an amazing blog post with the best places to eat, the best places to see music, nature, shopping, all of that kind of stuff. Just go to inglesnu.com and visit Asheville.
Yes.
Paris of the U.S.
Of the South.
The Paris of the Americas.
Okay, I think that's it. And visit Asheville.
Okay, guys. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.